A very good morning to everyone, students. Today we will discuss the fourth chapter of your book, A Pact with the Sun, and the name of the chapter is The Old Clock Shop. Okay, this lesson expresses how honest and correct ways can win over any situation. With these ways, even robbers can be tackled rightly, the way Mr. Ray not only protected himself but he also showed the right path to the robbers as well. It conveys the message of peace as well. Okay, so let's start with the first paragraph. It's a Christmas Eve and closing time for shops. Ray's old clock shop is still open. Two shoppers call at this late hour. In the first paragraph of the chapter, Christmas Eve had arrived. As last minute shoppers were going home, a thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, USA. Yet the lights were still burning in the old clock shop as Ray, its old deaf owner, worked on a clock he had sold that day. It means the Christmas Eve had arrived. At the last minute, the shoppers were going home. They were about to go home, and a thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City. There is a thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, that is in the USA. Yet the lights were still burning in the old clock shop. But the lights were still burning in the old clock shop as Mr. Ray, its old, he is an old deaf owner of that shop, worked on that clock he had sold that day. Next paragraph is, having finished his work, Ray stood up and was on his way to the back room when a cold rush of air from the front door hit the back of his neck. Having finished his work, Ray rose up and was on his way to the back room when suddenly a cold rush of air from the front door hit the back of his neck. He turned to meet a last minute shopper, and when he turned and he met a last minute shopper that came on his shop, but his old wise eyes told him that this was not a shopper, but his experience showed him, or his experience felt him that this was not a shopper. He saw two men, one in his 20s, the other closer to 50. He saw two men at his shop. One is at the age of 20 and the other at the mid age of 50. The younger man remained at the door. Among all these two persons, the younger one, which is at the age of 20, remained at the door. The older man approached the counter with no sign of friendliness in his eyes. The older man approached the counter. The older man reached the counter with no sign of friendliness in his eyes. He has no expression of friendliness in his eyes. Ray was able to hide his growing fear as he slowly pushed a notepad and a pencil across the counter. And by seeing the behavior of that person that approached the counter, Ray was able to hide his growing fear. He was filled with fear and he was able to hide his growing fear as he slowly pushed a notepad and a pencil across the counter. Next paragraph. He smiled at the unfriendly face, then pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. A quick look of surprise changed the man's face as he studied the notepad, then turned and said something to his friend. He smiled at the unfriendly face. After seeing, he gave a smile at the unfriendly face, and after that he pointed to his ears and moving his head from one side to other, a quick look of surprise changed the man's face. And The quick look of surprise. A quick look of surprise changed the man's face. The man's face expression suddenly changed, and a quick look of surprise is over there as he studied the notepad. After studied the notepad, a quick look of surprise changed the man's face. Then turned and said something to his friend. And then turned and said something to his friend. Ray used the chance to look closely at the man, paying attention to the shape of a gun and a restless hand in the man's right coat pocket. Anger boiled within him, but it was kept down by an inner voice that said, "Be still." Ray used the chance, and when he turned back to said something to his friend, he has used the chance to look closely at that man which is at the counter of his shop, paying attention to the shape of a gun that he had carried and a restless hand in the man's right hand pocket, and a restless hand, and he had also noticed the position of his restless hand that was held in the man's right hand pocket. Anger boiled within him. He was very much in anger, but it was kept down by an inner voice that said, but he wanted to heard his inner voice, and the inner voice has said, "Be still, be calm, be quiet." He wrote on a notepad, "May I help you?" He wrote on the notepad, "May I help you?" For the first time, the older man looked directly at Ray and smiled. For the first time, the older man looked directly at Ray and smiled, and that smile was a very cruel and mocking smile that shows a cruelty on his face. They both understood why he was there, why his friend remained at the door. They looked like men who were down on their luck. and were now ready to try something they would later be sorry about. They looked like men, the shopkeeper, Mr. Ray, looked like men who were down on their luck and were now ready to try something they would later be sorry about it. They would later be sorry about that. The clocks ticked on. Ray calmly wrote another message. The clock ticked on. Ray calmly wrote another message. "Have you come to pick up a clock or watch?" Then he pointed to the loan board also filled with hanging clocks and pocket watches. He was not a pawnbroker. What is pawnbroker? That a person who lends money, who lends money and जैसे उधार दे दिया, कुछ सामान को रखकर उसे उधार दे दिया, कोई सामान कोई खरीदता है और उसे उधार दे देते हैं. That is called a pawnbroker. But at the same time could not say no to the needy people who placed their old watches or clocks before him for anything they could get. He was not a pawnbroker. वो किसी को उधार नहीं देता था. He was not a pawnbroker, but at the same time could not say no. और उसने no भी नहीं कहा. To the needy people, the person who needs something, who placed their old watches or clocks before him for anything they could get. He loaned more than he should. They would be there when the owners wanted them back. At the same price he had paid with no interest. He is a very honest person, and he was not a pawnbroker, but still he could not say no to the needy people who placed their old watches or clock before him for anything they could get. Next paragraph is, then the older man seemed to feel a little easier. Now the older man seemed to feel a little easier, took out his hand from his pocket and quickly looked at the watch on his wrist and said, said to Mr. Ray, "How much will you give me for this?" The man wrote. Ray noticed a little shame in the grey eyes looking at him, and now Ray has noticed a little ashamed in the grey eyes looking at him. The watch was nothing special, because the watch he had carried, that was nothing special, nothing special quality in that watch, but it had yet great powers. It was something to exchange a way out of a bad situation. It was something to exchange. There is a something to exchange to come out from a bad situation, knowing that great need had brought the man to his shop in the first place. Because Mr. Ray knew that the great need had brought these persons to his shop in the first place, Ray asked, "How much do you need for it?" Ray asked the man, "How much do you need for it?" The reply came back to the notepad, and then the person replied on the notepad, "Whatever it's worth. Whatever it's worth, that much you can pay it to me." Ray reached into the cash box. Then Mr. Ray reached into the cash box, pulled out a $50 note and passed it to the man's hand. As they shook hands, Ray looked into the man's eyes. Okay, when they shook hands, Mr. Ray looked into the man's eyes. They seemed to say thank you. वो क्या कहना चाहता था? Thank you कहना चाहता था. They both knew the watch was not worth much. They both knew the watch. वो दोनों ही जानते थे that the cost of that watch was not so much. Before turning to leave, the man wrote, "I will be back to pick it up as soon as I can. I will be back to pick it up. I will come as soon I can. Merry Christmas." The little story ended on the half hour with the clocks striking all together. The timepieces, which had been looking on silently all the while, rang out the time with such feeling that even Ray thought he could hear them. Their sweet musical message was filled with hope. The timeless message of peace on earth, goodwill towards all, was felt by the three men who stood in the old clock shop. The story ended on the half hour with the clocks striking all together, and the timepieces which are there had been looking on silently all the while, rang out the time with such feeling that even Ray thought he could hear them, because Mr. Ray was a deaf owner, but even Mr. Ray thought that he could hear them. Their sweet musical message was filled with hope. The story expresses the qualities that Mr. Ray has tackled the condition without any fear and with the hope. The timeless message of peace on earth, goodwill towards all, that this message also conveys the peace on earth, goodwill towards all, was felt by the three men who stood in the old clock shop. Okay, students, thank you.